Okay, congratulations. You made it to quiz number 8 in MIDI 1. This will be the last one. And yeah, then we will be done with reviewing the quizzes. So, question number 1 is about sequencers. A sequencer is an application that records MIDI events and plays them back as they were recorded. Yeah, all of our DAWs, they're going to have a sequencer that you use. Yeah, and we can get into a discussion later about what is a sequencer as opposed to a DAW, and does it really matter? Quantizing is adjusting the performance of the timing by aligning minor rhythmic imperfections, or sometimes major, in performance to a defined meter grid. So it'll put it on to all of the downbeats or all of the 16th notes. Cutting, copying, or moving can be applied to both MIDI and audio events inside of a digital audio workstation. We've probably done plenty of that over the semester in the projects. MIDI recorded in a sequencer always plays on the same MIDI channel that is assigned to the MIDI's output, MIDI track output, right? So that kind of makes sense if you understand the routing of the MIDI, right? The output goes on whatever you routed the output of that channel to go to. Okay. Simultaneously recording MIDI from more than one source onto two separate tracks, you will need more than one MIDI channel and MIDI port. That's again a little bit of common sense if you're understanding if it's coming from two different places, going to two different places, it can't go through the same port. Okay. Punch-in time. So that's the time at which you would start to overdub onto a track and destroy what was already on that track. Right, so punch-in time marks the beginning point at which the existing MIDI events on the track will be replaced by the newly recorded events. Most MIDI sequencers, they're going to have both modes where you are recording over what you did before and destroying it, or you can keep what you did before. And for years and years and years, I had a small keyboard, and I would play the left hand, and then I'd go back and I'd play the right hand and just combine them on the same track. It looked like I could play both of them at the same time, when in fact I could not. The piano roll inside of a MIDI sequencer is the editor